Hi, I'm Greg.
I'm Dee.
Hi, my name is Emily.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
Hi, I'm Eli.
Hi, my name is Kate. Hi, my name's Mussy.
We are SFRE,
Swift Family Robeson Expedition.
We left our traditional 9-to-5 jobs and way of being a family to hit the road full time.
We are traveling throughout the country to show our children the beauty of every state. We are spending so much more time with them and just living a new way of life. I now work as a traveling nurse, and my husband stays home with the kids and does homeschooling, which is a whole new experience.
As we sit here today, we are 1 week from departure. So we've been here since mid-May. It's now October, and we're looking down the barrel of a new contract and across the country and an exciting continued adventure. So we've had so many amazing experiences here in New England. To sum it up, I would say for sure we knew it was going to be good in New England. The Northeast was definitely on our bucket list. Mm-hmm. We knew there was a lot to do, but what our estimation of what there was to do was way short. Like we were considering an extension, and we were like, initially we were like, oh, we might want to be done and get out, and then it came time for an extension.
And we're like, oh, I'm so glad there's an extension because we've still got to do, a whale watching, and we still have to do Salem. We have to do all these things. So
we're now at the end of the extension, and it's getting cold, and we're like, we don't do winter. If you're ever going to travel in this model where you're going to plant it for a while, like we are, I would say it's hard to imagine.
It's a great area to do that model.
Yeah, I can't imagine now we're new, so we might go to the Southwest and then be like, it's even better. But there is really, and the neat thing is it's all like an hour away, and some things are
everything's
further.
kind of jam packed here in the Northeast. So you can go to Boston, you could go to Maine, you can go.
It takes us 2 hours to get to the White Mountain Range, an hour to get to Boston, and we have Salem. It takes 25 minutes to get to southern Maine, and then up to Portland or wherever, what it is we want to see. So, I mean,
and you've got the ocean, you've got kayaking, surfing,
all the water
you've got
stuff,
all the water
the history. We've learned a lot.
Some of the things that I had looked forward to were being close to the water, being close to the ocean, and really taking time there at the beach or in other outdoor areas. A nice surprise was our family's affinity to be outdoors in hiking and
biking, walking,
biking, kayaking.
One of our goals going in was, as we mentioned before, less screen time, more green time. And so all those outdoor activities that are fun, that maintain attention, have been a huge win. Mm-hmm. Stuff we can do together that is not people sitting around on a screen. So the staff at the campground really created a safe place for us. This is not the most elaborate campground or the best playground or the best pool or any of that, but the number one thing as a parent is fun things to do for our kids in an environment where you feel like you can relax. They're across the field and you're okay with that, or there's plenty of places to play near here.
Because one of the great things about, if you've ever been camping or RVing, is the exploration that children are able to do, and we felt comfortable in this area with them being able to explore. Of course, they were always with one of their other siblings, but they could bike to the river or go back into the forest of the campground and explore.
So we've seen campgrounds with gates, but Tidewater Campground, it's gated and monitored. There's just no stranger traffic. They know everybody, and that just creates a family-friendly environment. The other things close by that we struck it rich on is a church where our kids plug in and we felt at home, a gym, everything you need to exercise, and we didn't have to sign a year contract. Basically, every big rock, everything you're thinking as you're going in, you know you're going to have to make sacrifices, but there's certain things that are a part of daily or weekly or monthly living, and everything essential was within a stone's throw. And the beach is less than 2 miles away. So that was one of the things I've enjoyed the most, was the location, the safety, and the proximity to fun things and essential things.
What was a time when we were here that you really had kind of a moment where you stood back and said, this was the right decision?
One was Mount Major, and then listening to the kids talk about it during and after, the sense of accomplishment, listening to the way they expressed the adventure and accomplishment and the self-satisfaction from doing the work of climbing the mountain, you know.
It's so cute.
That was one of those moments where you go, this is worth it, this is different, this is not a conversation we would never have had this kind of conversation without doing the work that we've done to get our family to the place where we're at.
Yeah, it was a lot of work to make this decision and make this possible. And for me, I don't think it was one particular outing. And if you look on our refrigerator, we have a summer to remember bucket list that we have filled every line. And I think every line is going to be, we have done everything on that list. If we stopped right now and didn't travel anymore, that it was still worth it.
Absolutely.
I feel like we've had a lifetime of family vacations in this one outing. It's crazy. I mean, name them. Niagara Falls was fantastic. And what a way to like kick off our adventure. We went to Canada. We got to use our passports and see Montreal and Toronto and just experience even ever so slight of a different culture. It's still, the kids got a big kick out of the fire hydrants and the, you know, different
speed limit signs and the metric system,
right?
And the people speaking French, and
yeah. And that first night when we camped out, and we were, I don't know if we were dry camping, but we had our fire out and we roasted marshmallows and we were having so much fun of it as a family, and they were just giddy because they're like, wait, this is what we signed up for? Yes, please. Thank you so much. This is what we're doing as a family. That is awesome. I think that's when the reality set in.
Yeah, that first moment of slowing down.
Right.
And just sitting around the fire and not having anywhere to be or go, no schedule driving you.
Right.
No job that, you know, at this moment is, you know, we both still work, but there's no, at this moment, everybody's present.
It was family time.
Yeah, everybody's present.
I personally have been on autopilot where I'm just too tired, too run down to be the person I want to be, the parent I want to be, the wife I want to be. And when we take a step back and be intentional, it makes such a huge difference.
That's exactly it. We were used to keeping a schedule that was so full that there would be these precious, sacred moments where the kids are hungry for presence and family time, and we just didn't have much left to give. Me running a company, you running with the hospital, and then every other extracurricular. It was as if our kids were an addendum as opposed to the main thing. And
we'd work, and collapse.
Yeah, and they'd get the leftovers.
And and I'd be like, oh, I should be paying attention here. I should be reading you a book now. I could go on a bike ride with you right now.
And not that everything's perfect now, but we've mentally shifted it to say building memories with them is the main thing, and work gets the leftovers.
Right.
And that's all the difference. So now we have many more moments. And again, it doesn't matter what we're seeing or what we're doing, but we have many more moments where the campfire or whatever unfolds in just these little conversations happen, and little hearts, little people
And big
are
hearts.
are
Big
being
hearts.
formed, they're just waking up and they're just lighting on fire because two parents are finally paying attention, or are finally there, really, not
And
just
it takes some time to, when my daughter says, hey, you want to go play some ball with me? Your first inclination is to say, oh no, mommy can't right now. Oh no. And you have to stop and say,
yes, I can.
yeah, I can. I can do that.
While we were here in New England, we got to meet another family doing it called Less Junk, More Journey. Check out their channel if you haven't. But that title is inspirational.
That's perfect.
It's just less junk, more, less stuff, do more. That early on when we were looking at this, they're one of the families we ran into online, and then we got to meet them. That's been a game changer for us. That inner mental shift, and I'm very grateful for what this expedition has done for us as a family. Another way that I might characterize our journey until now, it's 2 words: you can. Because we spend so much mental energy on why we can't. We can't vacation. We can't travel. We can't do what we've dreamt. Oh, we'd love to homeschool, but we can't because of our job. Oh, we'd love to travel, but we can't because of our family. Oh, we'd love to. We've done it. I know you have too. And this, up until now, what we've learned is, it's trite, but it's true. That you can do what you put your mind to. If you can dream it, you can do it. If it's a dream and it's meant for you, and then you do the work, the path will either clear or it won't.
You don't have to start with your end game. What can you do now to move towards your goal? I think that's how you keep the door open. We had talked about this a couple of years back, but it just wasn't the right timing. It is definitely true that if you can dream it, you can do it. I think you have to start backwards planning and just look at, what is your dream? What do you want to see your life look like? And then go from there.
I think that New England has taught me that, I didn't realize to what extent, but the routines that we had, the work, the play, the parochial routines that we had, how much that was impeding us really giving our kids quality time. How much it's the very things you think is going to be family, whether it's scouting or sports, fill in the blank. With how busy your schedule can be, it's like your schedule runs you. You don't realize how much that is actually a void. It's actually an absence of quality time. Maybe not for everybody, and not until you pull away from all those routines that keep you so busy, which includes sometimes your jobs, and you find a whole new way of living and being a family, that you realize how absent you've been.
I think the key with us is we were busy with the things that we didn't want to be busy with. You can be very busy in a parochial routine and be doing exactly what you want to do, but that just wasn't us.
New England has been wonderful. Thank you to Tidewater Campground.
Thank you to Portsmouth Regional Hospital. I have loved every second, maybe not every second.
Thanks to Father Gary and everybody at Our Ladies for hospitality.
And thank you to fellow travelers and those that have been very welcoming. You never know what to expect on a trip like this. You go into a new experience apprehensive and worried about what is not going to work out, but I never expected for it to work out to where it would be very difficult to say goodbye.
Well, it's packing day. Time to head out of New Hampshire, visit some friends in Connecticut. So we're getting loaded up. Got the kayaks on the van. I'm getting ready to pick up the Stinky Slinky and unhook from shore power. And I just finished tying down all the bikes. That rack has worked out well. Came out to power on our Lippert auto leveler, and it wouldn't turn on. This should be fun. So my rig has power, 50 amps coming in. This is probably RV for dummies, because I just had an RV repair guy here to fix the auto leveler. See if I can figure this one out. Climb under here. There is the control module for the auto leveler. Everything is plugged in. Nothing has come loose. Let's see, what else could it be? Let's go back to basics. Step number 3, make sure battery power is on. Sure enough, it is RV for dummies. My kill switch, which is right here, got knocked by one of these noodles when we were packing, and that's the battery kill switch. I'm sure a lot of people are laughing, especially electricians or RV experts, people with more experience than us. But it seems that when that kill switch comes out, you don't have power. Let's see if it works now. Bam. It's just more proof that RVs are not wired like houses. There's a little learning curve. It's one of those things, you know, you don't use the leveling jacks once you're level. RVers that move around a lot have this mastered, whereas we plunked down for 3 to 5 months in a region. I can't remember the last time I used the leveling jacks. I think it was in Buffalo, yeah, when we saw Niagara Falls. I haven't touched the leveling jacks since that day when I messed them up by running them on low battery. So my battery was super drained, and the jacks weren't getting the juice they needed, which knocked it out of sync, which is what my repair guy fixed 2 weeks ago. But just now, they wouldn't power on just because of the battery kill switch. Live and learn. Just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun.
Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go.
I just finished doing the tire pressure with our slime. We hooked that up to the battery, and it gives us a reading on the tires to make sure we're good to go before hitting the road. And I noticed I was missing one of these guys. $5 to anybody who finds the green cap. So they're back over there at our campsite where we were parked, looking for the little just a fun way to turn a chore into something fun. So we are underway here. We're paying our final bill. The success of Tidewater Campground is right here. This lady, Teresa, she runs this office like everybody here is family. She knows everybody's name.
She knows every name.
Nobody gets away with anything. Like, you know, you want a place where your kids are going to be kept in line, you know, and you're going to get yelled at for driving 4 miles an hour. I mean, this is the place to be. No out-of-state firewood, no breaking rules, no frivolity, and, you know, havoc.
Like she was saying, everybody here loves everybody. The neighbors know. 80% is return customers. Yes.
80% of the people come.
80%. That will tell you that this is a campground that you will never forget.
Everything with you right next to me.
So what was the best part of staying at Tidewater Campground?
First of all, Teresa was very sweet. This is very lovely and very sweet, and yeah, I think she's the best campground manager I've known. I'm not sure what I like best about it. It's massive. There's tons of kids there.
Bike path, swimming pool, playground. Like what's the best part?
The basketball court, I guess. We go there a lot.
I think one of the best parts would be the pool, because we would go there with our friends a lot and go swimming. They would bring their buggy boards and we would bring our buggy boards. It would be so much fun.
All right, where do you guys want to go next?
California.
Kate, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Back to Missouri. I would go to France.
You want to go to France? I want to go to Hawaii.
I was about to say that.
Really?
Yeah. I love Hawaii.
Where do you want to go, babe?
I got some water.
I think California and Mexico sounds like a great
Mexico.
adventure. Southern California lets us go into Mexico. That'll be another country covered. That'll be great.
I'm all about traveling, but
Canada and
Mexico scares me a little bit. All right, so we want to hear from you guys. Where do you think we're gonna go? Where are we gonna end up? Where
Should we be for November through February?
Right.
Tell us.
We have a little get together we're calling Base Camp coming up on October 26th from noon to 5.
At Babbler State Park. It's called the Babbler Indoor Shelter. There's multiple shelters at the
Babbler.
park, but there's only one indoor shelter, and that's where we will be hosting a celebration.
And hopefully it's beautiful fall weather. We'll have a fire in the fireplace.
We would love it if you would join us. We hope you can make it.
Tonight